Imagine a life just 20 few years ago, without PCs, laptops, internet, scan, copy, and fax machines, printers, and cell phones. Especially the smartphones. Imagine the difficulty and expense that creating this presentation would present to a student. In less than 20 years, all these technologies have matured to the degree that most computer and internet functions can run from a handheld device, the smartphone. Let's take a look at the creation of the smartphones and its evolution into the present day. The origins of the smartphones can be traced back to 1984, and the company called RIM, Research in Motion, founded by Mike Lazardus. RIM was one of the first companies to develop products for the Mobitex wireless network, and in 1990, RIM came to the market with the DigiSync film and key code reader that read the barcode edge numbers on motion picture films. RIM was awarded an Academy Award for Emmy and DigiSync in 1990. The wireless era had arrived, and RIM would soon launch a product named BlackBerry. However, a company called IBM shocked the world with the first smartphone-type device, Simon, in 1992. At the time, the amazing features, the device included calendars, address books, and email, among many others. It was truly revolutionary. Faxes were even possible with a handheld device. The business world would be changed forever. In the middle 1990s, Nokia entered a rapidly expanding smartphone industry with the introduction of the 9000 series devices. The Nokia handhelds took the industry by storm and were considered the first true smartphones due to an operating system. However, it was extremely expensive compared to the other devices in the category. The revolution continued, and the business productivity was feeling the positive effects of these new machines. In 1999, the smartphone would change forever when RIM was listed on the NASDAQ and introduced for the BlackBerry wireless email solutions device and software. In a few short years, the BlackBerry was as much a part of a business person's arsenal as the briefcase and a PC. However, these new smart devices were expensive and were not practical for personal use. That would soon change. In 2007, the personal smartphone universe was rocked by the introduction of the iPhone by Apple. The device was aimed at the general public, and it was much as an entertainment device as a productivity device. It has also allowed for an open development of apps and has resulted in countless applications for the iPhone. At first, the cost was prohibitive for a large part of the population. However, prices have dropped to affordable levels. The iPhone has also caused the competition to change the architecture of its products as well. And now even BlackBerry is a general public smartphone. We all know the modern smartphone, the iPhone, and the Android, and the BlackBerry. All of these phones have changed the way in which we have lived our lives and communicated. The first one of the smartphones was the BlackBerry, with a scroll bar interface and the full keyboard. The BlackBerry is one of the first smartphones that comes to mind when talking about the modern smartphone. This phone was also the first one that was an email and application oriented, but the phone we know today has changed a lot since whenever it was first come out. Next is the iPhone, one of the newest and technology-oriented phones that has ever come out on the market today. This phone has options of email, texting, web surfing, downloadable games, and much more. The iPhone is also one of the first phones that is fully touchscreen and very easy to navigate. Another first for the smartphones that the iPhone has is the accelerometer that can tell which way the phone is being moved or tilted by the user. This is very helpful because now if you're viewing the picture that is very wide, you can simply turn the phone on its side and the picture will flip. The main reason that the iPhone was created was so that people could have their music, contacts, and other information on the phone while having the capability of still being a phone. This phone is revolutionary in the sense that it is a touchscreen and only has 4 buttons on the entire phone. The software is very easy and quick when using it on the phone itself. Both the software and the hardware work together flawlessly, and the hardware is very durable and resists damage. Thirdly, there is the Android, the very first open source software phone that has hit the market. With this phone, any user that is a little tech savvy and wants to learn cool requirements for the OS can change how the phone processes input and how it is set up. Android, like the other smartphones, has applications such as games, weather, and other applications that companies create in order to get their name out there, or just create because it may be helpful to another user. The Android, just like the iPhone, has the accelerometer in it that it can detect when the phone is tilted or if the phone is being moved. These phones have changed how we live our day-to-day lives, and they keep changing to suit our needs. The future of smartphones has to do with them becoming more high-tech, easier to use, personal function, like personal style, just cooler looking. We actually have some phones in mind that we were looking at, and some of them can order food at restaurants, some of them can replace laptops in roughly 20 or so years, and then there's even phones out there maybe in the future that will have a microchip placed in your head. And the way with microchip placed in the head is that you can just think something and your phone might be able to do it. We also have seen phones on Google and such with research that have replaced the phones of today. And it's clear, and it's 3D imaging, like you can lay it on its side and it'll pop images up. It's pretty cool. There's a sticker phone. It's a solar panel phone which sticks to the side of a car to charge, and then you can peel it off the car and have it ready to go. There are visual sound phones that has the voice-to-text context for the deaf people so that they have easier phone access instead of suffering with theirs. There is a Coca-Cola power phone, and it's powered strictly by just Coca-Cola instead of batteries or solar power or anything. Now the smallest phone, the coolest phone that we have found, is the Penn phone. It's 8.7 inches long. It's the thinnest and smallest phone to be designed ever. And it's mainly designed for Bluetooth and Bluetooth accessible headset. And you can connect and just use it as a regular phone. Like the top of the phone is actually like the earpiece and the bottom of the phone is the microphone. And that's what we have for the future of the smartphones.